Hello and welcome to the MBS Show, episode number 557. Yes, 557. I'm your host, Mr. Sanzo, and we got some news for you this week. So, first up is Chinese Pizza Hut gets pony toy for an event starting September 22nd, which is today. Awesomeness. So, let's see. How about a little salt for that wound, toy collectors? China is once again dropping pony bombs, this time teaming up with Pizza Hut over there for a line of G4 merchandise. Thus, uh, they have a few designs available for those that purchase specific promo meals, including Dash and Pinkie Pie toys, as well as Applejack bags and binder. Even their drinks are getting the pony treatment with the main six team cup and accessories. Pictures down below. Thanks to Double Dove. All right. So let's see what we have here. Oh God. So binder. Is that a card binder? Oh yeah, it is. Huh. Oh, it is. Okay. Give me a second. Let me see if I can break this down. First up, first things first. We learned that there's specific things that you get, like toys. So certain promos get certain items. So you get what for toys is for Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash, and with Applejack you get some kind of bag. Uh, Certain meals get you bags. I think that's a paper bag. Is there any bottom here? No. So like see. So this is like some kind of paper bag. Oh, a Pizza Hut pizza box. That's cool. And this here seems like I got no idea. Let me open my Google Translator. Let, let's see what the translators say about said thing. Okay, what's this? Pony Happy Hour card book. Oh, okay. So this is the binder. Okay, so this is toys and okay. With that in mind, we can break down stuff. So this is the card binder. This is how it looks. Judging by the front here, there's a slot that you can insert your cards in, and then you have few page binders here to insert card from the left and right. I'm thinking, and you have some kind of hard case to keep your cards. This one I'm not 100% sure. I'm thinking this could be some kind of close close open window for keeping your cards safe. Like you put your I want to show this card as my special card, so you put it in the side here, and then you close it with the latch here. Then you can preview open the windows and whatnot. Then you get a special Rainbow Dash toy. I'm not 100% sure if this is some kind of figure or lights up or anything. Let's see what the Google Translate has to say. Okay, what's this? Touch the cloud to light up. Okay, so it's a lamp. Not really a toy, but a lamp. Okay, cool. Then, obvious is obvious. It's a bag, and this one here is another what you call this um card binder. Sorry, no, display card display stand, and the drawer there is for keeping your cards. Keeping your cards there, and you can change them or keep your cards, and then if you don't want it, you can just pull out and just take another one and put it in there. So yeah, okay, cool. I'm not 100% sure what this is. This could be yeah, okay. Obviously, it's a bag. Obviously, it's obvious, but this here could be a place to put in cards. So I'm just thinking practical because putting in trading cards over there would be stupid. So probably you put in your access card like your I don't know if you're in Hong Kong, I know they call it octopus cards. Octopus is just their way of saying their transport name, something. That's what I remember way back when. Over here in Malaysia, we call it touch and go because it is a system, whatever. So anyway, so you just put your access card there, so you can just use your bag, tilt it, put it on the machine, and it registers in and out. All right. So that seems feasible, and yeah, the promo with Pizza Hut seems really fun. I'm not 100% sure what kind of pizzas they're gonna have. Judging by the Ferris wheel, seems like it's gonna be pineapple on it. So yeah, so that's gonna be something. So anyway, let's move on to the next news. Next news is Caillou will be at New York Comic Con with pony cards. All right, the odds of the pony food traveling in from China is increasing. Hopefully, we get a lot of their merch offerings they've been showing off the last few months in our international merchandise tag. Anyways, Caillou announced on Instagram that pony cards would be at their booth at the upcoming New York Comic Con event. If you're heading over there on the 9th to 12th, or find them at their booth. So wait, when's this? Is it? I'm just guessing October because um article came out on the 17th. So nothing much. Judging by the pictures, we see that they have Naruto and ponies, and this one that I don't really know. Okay, yeah, October. Blah, 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 blah. All right, cool, cool. So this is fascinating. Caillou, if you guys didn't know, is a Chinese company that does a lot of trading cards, collectible. They're not card games, but like they're trading cards and collectible trading cards. Yeah, I'll categorize it under that. And I've been saying that if you were to buy this, make sure you buy it in a group where you can just share and trade and have a community going around it. But if you were to buy this alone and not do anything with it, it's kind of um not worth it because you're just going to be one guy soloing and trying to collect the 100% set without, yeah, let's just say that it's not worth it. But if you have a community around it, a lot of other people hunting for certain cards and trading cards, that would work. But yeah, there's no much thing. Let's see what's in the next news. Um, okay, just gonna skip that one for a bit and go into this one. More info on My Little Pony, Caillou's trading card game, and more from New York Comic Con. Okay, we have a bit more information about the upcoming Caillou booth at New York Comic Con, along with the cards in general. Caillou will be showing off trading cards, TCG, and uh, fun moment set. They also have an exclusive card for the United States called Amplified Emotions, which you can see above, and the price will be at Caillou's booth. Whoa, cool! Andy's there. So, damn it, you say you have more information. This is not more. This is very, very not more. Geez. All right. Anyway, so the first set will be called My Little Pony Friendship Eternal Cards Fun Moments Edition. Hmm. What would that mean? 001 A dash and A Series 1. So if I were to break this down, edition 001, that's the first set. A meaning could be the alpha release, and A could be North America. Series 1 would be the first set of how many, we got no idea. This is just my assumption and breakdown of things. So as time goes on, after the first printing is done, you'll get something like 001B, and then 001U Unlimited. Um, why is that? Because in original Magic the Gathering, the first three sets were not really sets, but the first three releases were called Alpha, Beta, and Unlimited. Alpha was the first set to come out. It has all the cards in certain ways. That's where you get the first Black Lotus. Certain cards were printed there, and so on. Beta is just the second print with a few things added and subtracted, like not really subtracted. I think they did a few erratas here and there, or maybe just add in more cards. And then Unlimited is the set where, yeah, this is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, white bordered. I think I'm not 100% sure because that is considered to be the reprint set, the third set. But yeah, they just kind of reprint everything white bordered and so on. Anyway, carrying on with this one. So um, with this one, I'm just assuming that it follow the same trend, ABU, and then NA, that's North America. That technically doesn't really matter if your card game plays, like if your country, sorry, for example, if you're in Singapore or Malaysia and the card game comes here and they're selling an English version, so technically you'll be getting an A version, North America, meaning English. Um, I'm just interested why they didn't use EN instead of, yeah, I'm just thinking why they didn't use EN. Like EN would be English, that would be simple enough. But from what we remembered from news way back when, they did mention that there are going to be three versions, or sorry, three languages: English, Japanese, English, Japanese, Korean, and Chinese. So if it would if it were to follow trends like Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic the Gathering, you'll have short forms for EN, JP, KR, and CN. So you'll get those short forms. But I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be following that theme. And here's a bad habit about Yu-Gi-Oh. If you play Yu-Gi-Oh, you know what I mean by this. But uh, if you live in the States, North America and whatnot, you have your Yu-Gi-Oh English cards, and yeah, they're English and it doesn't matter, blah blah blah. But if you live here in Southeast Asia, you have uh, Asian English. That means you can only play Asian English cards in the Asian region, and you can't really play your cards in the States. Why? Money. So I'm just thinking, if they were to do that, that would be evil because you're already in a niche market where not many people do. Sorry, not many people are interested in ponies. It's just a few, like myself and a few other of the bronies. But us going deep into competitive play with this one is not going to bode well for the company because a niche market for niche people just to play niche game is really difficult. And also, it's not a quote unquote well known brand like Disney's Lorcana. At least Disney's Lorcana have the backing of the Disney Corporation. With this one, it's going to be a bit harder because not many people are into ponies. Not many people are interested in ponies, especially when you're talking about a card game where um, your technically your target audience for this is going to be adults who like My Little Pony, for example, me. But I'm already playing another card game, which is Magic Gathering. So if you want to pull my interest away and get this going on, I need to have a lot of incentive. Um, yeah, I need a lot of incentive to pull my interest away from Magic. But anyway, that's besides the point. I've been rambling on. So yeah, that's my theory on this little information of nuggets. So amplified emotions. Well, I do wonder what this is going to be. But if I'm not mistaken, this is one of those comic book art they reuse, right? Hmm. Anyway, last news is this one. Ton of new G5 ponies appear in China from Dinosaur. Yeah, yeah. What's this? Dinosaur continues its non-stop release of toys starring G5 characters, putting them in a plethora of situations and collectibles from the one you can from the one you see above. The load of others will be getting below. So yeah, Lucky Orchard. That's the set I'm thinking. This and that. Ah, about size. It's about 30? Oh no, 9.9 centimeters. So compared to iPhone 16, it's about four. Yeah, okay. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I do like how Dinosaur says like, okay guys, to compare the size of this item, we're going to compare it to your iPhone 16. Everybody has an iPhone 16, right? Even me. Like I have an iPhone 16, but this is 16 plus. So um, make of it what you will. So it makes sounds, I guess. Does it? Oh man, Google, please help me with this one. So what does it say? Good luck indeed. Bang doors open. Oh jeez. Bounce yo. Okay, so um, judging by what I read from the translate thing, essentially this is a voice box thingy. You press the button, uh, the pony comes out and makes noise. I'm just guessing that. Yeah, and depending on the pony, you'll get certain voice lines, which is cool. Which is cool. So with this one, you press some button here. Yeah, yeah, on the side, everything's on the side. Your yeah, your pony pops out like a cuckoo clock and says phrases. And yeah, they're all yeah. So this one is this one. Yeah, there's a lot of sets coming in, and this is your uh, oh wait, this is a Polly Pocket kind of toy. Cool. Sorry. No, no. Okay, so oh boy. Going way back on this one. I don't know if you guys remember, but uh, back in the days of yore, uh, they were toys called Mighty Max and Polly Pocket. So I think it came first with Polly Pocket, and what that is essentially a compact powder kind of case where when open it will reveal a mini dollhouse, something like this where you can play with your minifigure dolls and do stuff. That was back in the days with Polly Pocket. So it was kind of cool. I think my little sister had one, and it was fun to look. And then you had Mighty Max. So Mattel, if I'm not mistaken, uh, saw the sales of Polly Pocket and saw that hey, this was pretty awesome. We got some interest. And what about the boy segment? So they created Mighty Max and also created a show for it to promote said toys. So Mighty Max would be the guy version of Polly Pocket. Instead of playing in a dollhouse, you will be playing in some kind of castle with monsters and whatnot. And your little character guy there named Max would be, well, you use your imagination and run around the diorama and do stuff. And to make things cool for guys, because we are boys like toys and whatnot and like to press buttons, you can put your figure max figure on some kind of trapdoor and press the button and he'll fall down and so on. So that was that makes things cool for Max. Polly Pocket is more of a girl toy thing where we'll have some kind of indoor pool, cupboards to open and close to put in stuff and whatnot. Yeah. So the boys really need a lot more attention and whatnot. Yeah. Anyway, with this one here, is following the same trend, and as you can see here, like over here, you'll get your cupboard doors, you get your doors here, and pool, and so on. And so yeah, this follows the same thing as uh, toys for guys, and toys for girls, and so on, which makes sense, right? I mean, they're toys. For us adult, it's not really for us unless we're collectors and just collecting just to preserve the toys for future generation to see, like some kind of museum. Anyway, last thing here is ha ha ha. What's this? Boba shake a surprise. I'm just guessing these are toys, not real boba thingy. Okay, let's just see what's this. All right, so okay, nothing much here. I don't think so. This is a proper sippy cup. Yeah, no, this is not a proper sippy cup. So it's just a toy cup you can fill up with stuff and shake it to do stuff. Yep, nothing too fancy. So yeah, that's cool, I guess. And it's more of a toy collecting thing rather than a proper cup like the Pizza Hut cup that was kind of awesome. Where is it? Yeah, this one here is essentially your basic Starbucks um cup drink thingy. You have your hole, you can drink and whatnot. It's just pony theme. So this is the front and this is the back. Or since it's a circle, you can just turn around whatever it is. So yeah, so this is it, and it's pretty awesome and cool. So yeah, I mean, China is really getting a lot of the fun stuff. So anyway, let's move on to the next topic. And what have I doing? What have I been doing for my week? So anyway, same old Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons. But the biggest difference is for Magic the Gathering, my local card shop or local hobby store participated in an event called Hobby Kita, and this event was a 3-day event starting on the 19th of September till the 21st. Uh, in in said library, it was held in a library. So you're thinking, oh no, we have to be quiet in a library. No, on that special day, those three magnificent days, there were noises, they were fun, there were kids shouting and screaming for fun, and not because of terrible mayhem or not. It was awesomeness. So anyway, said event was about hobbies and starting hobbies and just getting into the fun of hobbies. For example, there were a lot of card games, and technically, card game is considered to be some kind of hobby. There were a lot of card games over there. Obviously, you had Magic the Gathering, and on that weekend, it was the release of the Spider-Man. The Magic the Gathering crossover with Marvel Spider-Man pre-release. So a lot of people went there to participate in the pre-release for Spider-Man. So that was an awesome time too for people who enjoyed that. Anyway, card games. I was saying Magic the Gathering, Vanguard, Yu-Gi-Oh, Grand Archive, Shadowverse, Flesh and Blood, and some of the local card games like Bobo Boy, Mekamato, and so on. So yeah, there were a lot of things. Sorry, there were a lot of card games there, and then you got Hot Wheel collecting, and then you got some comic books, which is kind of a collection too, and kind of hobby. Reading comics can be okay. I know what you're thinking, but Norman, comic books aren't really a hobby. They're a pastime. They're just nonsense and whatnot. Says you, naysayer, because comic books are fun. They help your youngins read and comprehend words. But sometimes word can be confusing in comic books because when you have some kind of character who's just saying gibberish in all one word without any spaces, that's confusing even for me. but that's besides the point. You have Warhammer figures. So that one was done by my LGS. Uh, when I mean my LGS, I don't mean I own the place. I just mean that it's the place I hang out in. Yes, that's what I mean. The royal me, the royal my. Anyway, it was handled by my by my hangout place. It's called Alexandria Bookstore, and they settle or they build the figures, just prime it and let anybody who's interested come in and paint. So there were a lot of paint and just kids and whatnot were just going at it. My friends' kids were there and they were painting figures like some kind of paladin or whatnot, and they just made him go. They made him go. And yeah, that was fun. And then I think they get to bring it back home. It was really fun just seeing them enjoy their what you call this, enjoy their paintings and whatnot. It was fun. Then there were Gunplas over there. One of the local shops here. I'll just give them a shout out because I bought something from them. TX Revolution. They invest. They specialize in Bandai's Gundam model kits, Gunplas and whatnot. So they have that, and then uh, going up a floor, there's three stories and whatnot. Going up a floor, we see that uh, the Magic Gathering corner was there. People were playing and doing stuff, and then also at the same time too, another corner was doing some kind of coloring competition, and it was something to do with Marvel. So you get coloring of kids coloring Iron Man and whatnot, and some of them were pretty good. Some of them were questionable, but good thing. Uh, uh, the best part is kids can be creative with whatever color because Iron Man has every type of color suits he wants. And then one floor above, they had the Beyblade section. I know you're thinking Beyblade isn't that top winning game that's kind of something. And yeah, true, is there. And funny enough, Beyblade was the loudest attraction over there because a lot of people were participating in tournaments. Give a second. Sorry. Yeah, there were tournaments and whatnot. So I'll just give you a quick breakdown of what I understand of Beyblade. So Beyblade is a spinning top. Uh, Instead of using some kind of string to whip it, uh, the Japanese made it some kind of gear system where you hook it to your launcher and you pull the rip cord and it spins and it drops down. So that's the basic rule. But in tournament play, what you do is you have three blades and you play best out of uh, best out of five. And one of the few things for the Beyblades are you can only you have three blades, but none of them can share a type. So meaning it's how do I put this? You have nine parts to build three Beyblades, and those nine parts cannot share same cannot be the same type. For example, I'll just go for Magic the Gathering because that's simple enough for me because it happens in my card game. So in Magic the Gathering, in the Commander format, you're only allowed to have one copy of each card. So you cannot have two uh, two copies of Twilight Sparkle in a deck unless stated otherwise. But we're not going into the um, miscellaneous rule. The base rule is you cannot have a card that shares. Sorry, you cannot have one. Um, you cannot have more copies of the same card or multiple copies of the same cards. So that's applying to Beyblade. So like I mentioned before, you have nine parts, and these nine parts are restrictions for you to build three Beyblades. And most of the time, Beyblades come in three different categories. One is attack, defense, and balance, or stamina, as they say. So for Beyblade, it's mostly a rock paper scissors kind of game where if you have a attack blade who specialize in attacking, it'll have a good time or better time dealing with balance type Beyblades, because balance type Beyblades, they're not the best, but they're not the worst. So attack type Beyblades work well against the balance type, but attack Beyblades are terrible against defensive type, because defensive type Beyblades, their whole gimmick is I'm gonna tank here and just play my own game. I'm not gonna even think about you. And then uh, stamina type Beyblades are best against defensive type, because defensive type may may not be the best at attacking, and well, they may not have the stamina. And like I said, their gameplay is just to tank there and just push out the other blades, just so that they don't, well, uh they just tank it like tanks, right? So balance type are kind of there for the stamina. They're there for the long run. Like I can just outspin you for days. So you have your balance there, like rock paper scissors. So yeah, but I was saying, simple enough. People were playing. There were three stations, and there's one station that was recording everything. And boy, it was exciting. Just hearing the people uh, hooting and hollering was just awesome. And the thing about Beyblade is, uh, it's so simple enough that they were kids, adults, um, male, female. They were playing the game, and uh, the other part is that, from my understanding, that Beyblade is considered to be a certified sports for schools. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. That sounds insane. Are you joking? This can't be real, right? At first, I thought about it too, and I asked my friend, who is a judge. For I know it sounds silly, but there are judges for Beyblades. They are. Stop laughing at me. I'm serious. Anyway, from what he told me, that Beyblade is a certified school curriculum, and is under the sports Ministry of Sports curriculum thingy. The reason why is that Beyblade is under a subcategory of another sport, which is gusting. Gusting is spinning top for in English, just a direct translation. And you're thinking, okay, spinning top, that means like a dreidel or whatnot, like you just spin it and whatnot. No, uh, this is really heavy duty uh, spinning top, where you wrap around your what you call this, rope string, depending on the size, and you whip it towards the play ring and whatnot. So that's the general idea for Beyblades. So Beyblades are under that subcategory of spinning top or gusting. So it's kind of cool, because when you think about it, what toy brand that can really push it to that um, stratosphere of, this is a thing that the government sanction. Technically, they do that with esports, but that's a different story for a different scenario. But still, it's awesome and cool. And if and from my understanding, that they have coaches to coach in school, and don't ask me what they do. I got no idea, man. I'm just learning the basics, right? I haven't played it. I played it way back when in the days, but not to this level. My goodness. Like whatever the people are doing nowadays, they're like, yo. But anyway, moving aside, the whole event was really awesome, and people had a lot of fun. Met a lot of people. I hope to meet them at the hobby shop or the LGS, and we can just carry on and play. And yeah, the event was awesome. Oh, but I forgot to mention. Yeah, during during the Saturday, there was a tournament for Magic the Gathering, and it was called the Grand Melee Commander event. So I think I mentioned this one before for last year, but if you got no idea, I'll just break it down this way. Grand Melee is a way of playing a Magic the Gathering Commander format in another way with certain rules. Said rule is you you have at least eight participating players, at least eight, where the players are the players take their how do I put this? There are eight players, and two of the starting players have flags where they start the turn. They start their turn simultaneously. So what that does is speed up the game, make things faster. And one of the few rules for um, Grand Melee is that your sphere of effect only affects your left and right. In a normal Magic the Gathering multiplayer game, you have at least four players in your table. And for example, if you play a card that says destroy all creatures, they can't regenerate, that means it affects everybody on the board, or four players. But in Grand Melee, cards like that only affect your left and right. So that means having a board wipe doesn't really affect everybody in the game. That doesn't work that way. So with that knowledge there, it makes the game kind of interesting and fun, and it makes game pretty interesting to see how it goes. Anyway, I participated in said event and I won. I won, and it was just awesome. Like I participated in three events. This is the third, and finally I managed to take the win, and it was unreal. But to be honest, I felt like my one was cheapened by the amount of participants this year, because in the first year there were like 20 people. The second was kind of 16, and this year was 7, unfortunately. I tried to call one of my friends who I thought was participating, but he couldn't make it because, well, there's nobody at home to take care of his baby. So yeah, unfortunately. But still, I take my wins with amount of respect for the other players and participants, and just consider myself to be really lucky, and I just prep well. That's all. Oh boy, but still, I won cards. I won cards, and you're thinking, yeah. So Norman, what did you win? What did you win? Like, did you win cash prize and money? No, I wish. And then probably people will come a bit more. Yeah, but no. The first place winner got the 2000. No, got the promo cards from the Year of the Tiger. Um, grand totaling in about $80 plus, and other participants will get the chance to pick out cards from the pool. Second place got three cards. Third place got two cards, while the rest of the players get one card each. Uh, the way that it was done this year, everybody got a chance to get something from their prize pool, and the prize pool was pretty fun and awesome, and people get a chance to grab whatever they want, including me, because I got a bonus pool from the prize pool. So yeah, that's something other. That's another topic. But still, it was fun. It was awesome, and I really enjoyed myself. It was the best. So that's about it. That's about it. So let's wrap things up. Let's wrap things up. So if you guys have any questions, concerns, or suggestions for the show, you can contact us at thembsgmail.com. You can also reach us on the Twitters. The show's Twitter account is at the MBS Show, and my personal Twitter account is at Norman Sanzo. Also, please subscribe and rate us on iTunes, YouTube. Don't forget to press the bell icon to stay up to date. And yeah, links are in the show notes. If you like to support the show, yes, if you like to support the show, you can do so at patreon.com/MBS Show. With every support, you get a week's early access to review discussion podcast, exclusive and deleted content. And a huge thank you for me. Talking about the thank yous, I would like to thank Jacob, Lucky Knight, and Master of Lag. Thank you so much, guys. You are great. So, anyway, I have been Norman Sanzo, and I'll catch you guys next week with another fun episode of the MBS Show. See ya.